Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to my page, MoneyMaking Juggernaut. I'm your host, Eric Richardson, the #1 educator in the asset recovery business. Today, guys, I have a great video in store. I am going to break down all the documents that are necessary for any type of claim. Before we get started, guys, go ahead and hit the like, hit the subscribe button. You guys already know I'm doing this content for you guys so you can dominate in this industry. Now, I recently got a notification on YouTube. Somebody left a comment and they said, okay, I'm going to just say this. Why are you being so vague with these documents? Why can't someone take us through the documents and actually teach us without the runaround? So for starters, we have to understand that there is no cookie cutter in this business. We have fundamentals, but not every county is going to be exactly the same. Not every scenario is going to be exactly the same. We have tax sale overages, we have mortgage foreclosure overages, we have non-judicial, we have judicial, we have deceased claims, we have multiple owners, we have LLC entities owning the properties, we have trust owning the properties. So there is nothing cookie cutter, but after today's video, you guys are going to understand the fundamentals, the required documents, where you can access those documents, and you're going to know exactly how to move forward regardless of the scenario that you're in. So what I'm going to go over, guys, is a claim checklist. I'm going to explain to you guys what documents are necessary, where you can find those documents, and how you can fill those documents out. All right, so first, we must understand what the county requires. If you guys are a student of mine, or if you watch many of my videos, I always explain you have to become an expert in whatever state you want. You have to understand the state statute, you have to understand how that county is posting their auction results, and you also have to understand how the county accepts claims. Most counties will have claim instructions where they'll tell you what's required, a W-9, if they require Social Security, a claim form for probate, what required documents. They'll have this instructions. If they don't, you can also call to find out, or you can use an attorney and they'll be able to follow the motion for you. So each county, they're going to have their own claim instructions. After we see what the county expects for a claim, we must then verify how they accept their claims. Do they require originals? Very important that you understand that. You don't want to go through the whole process. You get your documents notarized and you try to email or fax the county and they say, hey, we need the originals, and then boom, you didn't get it. So let's go ahead and get into it. We'll go over our checklist. Now, the first one we're going to go over is a checklist for a standard claim. By standard claim, I mean you guys have the previous owner under contract. There are no heirs. This is the previous owner. They own the property got sold, it left a surplus, clear-cut case, very simple. First thing, verify how the county accepts their claims. We're going to need our signed agreement form. Now, this signed agreement form does not have to go to the county. We need proof of identification. We need a limited power of attorney. So I have a limited power of attorney in the course. You guys can also get a limited power of attorney online. Basically, this is going to be specific for this claim, all right, giving the authority to act on their behalf so they can facilitate a successful claim. We have a response funds payable, which is also referred to as a payment directional letter. All right, so this is going to be a document that is directing the county to make the check payable to your company. If it is in the regulation to make it payable to the client, it will be the client's name and care of your company's name. Then we have the county's claim form. If the county does not have their own claim form, you can submit a motion. I have a motion in the course, and if you don't have that, you're using an attorney, they can prepare a motion as well. You're gonna need to pull the deed document showing that they are the previous owner. The deed document can easily be obtained in the recorder of deeds for the county. You need to ask yourself, does the county require W-9? If they require W-9, you can access that online. Does the county require a notice of surplus funds letter? So in Florida, on the tax sale side, a lot of counties require this, so you need to figure out if they require that. Then, ideally, what I teach is a cover letter. A cover letter explaining that your firm is representing this client, and attached all the following documents, and if they have any questions, you supply your contact information. So that is for a standard claim that's going to be in which you have the previous owner under contract, clear cut, very simple. Next, we have the checklist for a deceased claim. All right, so if you're helping an heir, first, verify how the county accepts claims. Second, ask yourself, did you use an attorney? Most of the times, if we're helping heirs, they are going to require some sort of sign off from a legal standpoint for a probate to be established, either a summary of admin or even an affidavit of heirship. They're going to need something that is signed off from a judge. If you're using an attorney, make sure that you have your signed service agreement between your attorney and the client. If that attorney is receiving the funds, you want to have that escrow agreement. Like I mentioned, you'll either need a probate, summary admin, affidavit of heirship. You'll need to get the death certificate. Death certificates can be obtained from the county county's records, or you can go to VitalCheck, VitalCheck.com. Also, ask yourself, does the county have a claim form? If not, you can use the motion. You can ask the clients if they had a will or a trust, because if they did, that will suffice. You want to have the county's claim form. Does the county require a W-9? Does the county require a notice of surplus letter? We need to pull the deed document showing that the deceased individual was the owner. If you're not using an attorney, then you would get the limited power of attorney, you would get the payment directional letter, and you would also have the cover. All right, and that's going to be for deceased claims in which you're assisting heirs. The next one is going to be if you're assisting a company, because companies own properties, guys. Even my company, I own multiple properties. First, we have to verify how the county accepts claims. Second, we're going to need the company's article of organization or articles of incorporation, basically showing that whatever client that you have under contract is actually authorized to sign on behalf of the company. We're going to need our signed agreement form, the county claim form, the limited power of attorney from the authorized member of the company. We have the payment directional letter. We're going to ask if the county requires a W-9. We're going to need proof of identification of the person signing on behalf of the company. We're going to need the deed document showing that the company was the previous owner, and then we're going to have a cover letter. Next, we have if we're using an attorney. If we're using an attorney, we have a very small checklist because they're going to be taking care of a lot of things. All right, first, we're going to need the agreement form. We're going to need proof of identification. We're going to send that over to the attorney. Make sure that you have your service agreement between the attorney and your client. We're going to need the affidavit or the claim or motion from the attorney, and then the escrow agreement. If you're using an attorney, ideally, they're going to accept payment in their escrow account, and then they'll disperse funds. Next is going to be assignment of interest. All right, if you're taking over that claim, if you get assignment of interest, that claim is now yours. First, verify how the county accepts claims. We're always going to do this. Agreement form, assignment of interest, proof of identification of yourself and the previous owner. The county claim form filled out by your company, and make sure that that claim form is now yours. So you're going to put in parentheses via assignment from, and then the person who you just got assignment of interest from. We need a deed document showing that they were the previous owner. We need to know if the county requires a W-9, and also does the county require a notice of surplus funds letter. So this claim checklist is in the course, guys. Like I mentioned, nothing is cookie cutter. You're going to know the fundamentals. All of these documents that I went over and explained are in the course, and I have a video that goes over filling it out step by step. So if you guys are interested in learning how to run this business from somebody who's been doing this since 2018, go ahead and check the link in the description. Use the code TAKEACTION. You'll receive $100 off, and I'm looking forward to helping you out.